I think the difference that we see now is that the actions are rooted um, in in philosophy and in strategy, rather than in the past when we would adopt something new. It was we were adopting a tool. Now we are adopting tools that are grounded in a thought process, right? They're grounded in a strategic. There's in something strategic. There's a reason behind everything that we're doing, and people understand that reason for why we're doing what we're doing. It's not just a checklist, and so that it's becoming more embedded. And I think that that's really important, to embed your action in your strategy, because otherwise it just becomes action. And when people don't understand the strategy behind the action, it just becomes void of something. It becomes void of purpose. And I think that we're creating something that has purpose, by grounding it in an overall literacy plan that's grounded in an overall strategic plan that has purpose.
If you've been in a public school district, you know that every year, every couple of years, there's a new thing that's adopted, and everyone has to do it. And uh, principals know it's a compliance thing and aren't always sure why. I think the why has been deeply rooted, and I see principals engaging in a way that I see in some of the most progressive schools around the country. They want to be the model. They want to, like yesterday at our principal meeting, there were not just one principal, there were several principals around the room who were like, I'm going to do model lessons. I'm going to be the one who's going to set the tone. And so they're really embracing the cultural shift in a way that I haven't seen before in this district.
Yet the leaders in the buildings, they're the linchpin, right? We can have all these great ideas in the district level, and we've got these teachers in the classroom, but who are the ones that are really going to make it happen in between? And I think it's the leaders in our buildings. And so how do we make sure that they're very much involved in that implementation process from the boots on the ground reality? Because we can have lots of ideas about how it could play out, but the leaders in the buildings are the ones that ultimately will make it play out. And we've got to make sure that we're constantly touching base with them. And it's not just a matter of capturing it for our current leaders, but it's a matter of capturing it for our future leaders, right? Because we're going to have new principals next year. We're going to have new principals 2 or 3 years from now. So how are we going to capture what we have done, and how are we going to bring those people along? I think that the way that Fulcrum helped us was to kind of parse apart the pieces so that people could, you helped create a space where everyone could provide their voice to what they saw, so that we made sure that we were hitting all of the touch points, right? So that everyone could see their space in the plan. And I think that was really important, because the plan, in order for it to work, it has to be relatable to everyone. And I think that that's an important role that you played in helping us develop it to the degree that we did.
A highlight for me was not only going to Seaford, but also virtually bringing Seaford to Savannah when we had a virtual call where we had everyone from our police force to our attorneys on with the team from Seaford, really talking about their experience and their work around literacy. So when I really think about the impact, or what stood out to me about this experience, is to be able to partner around practice.
Yeah, there's very much a culture of partnership around it, right? Whether it's district building partnership, district community partnership, building family partnership. There's a lot of partnership that's woven throughout all of it. And just this culture of interconnectedness is a huge part of the plan itself. And it's nice to see it playing out in so many different ways.
People are going out and doing their own learning and their own context building, so that they can trust and feel comfortable with the decisions that we are making at the district level. And I think we're starting to repair some of that trust that may have eroded over the years. And that's been really special to experience as a parent of school-age children in public schools here, and also someone who works here.